Hello guys, welcome back to MJ School of Mining and Geology. We are back yet again into the Metamorphic Petrology course, and today we are dealing with the metamorphic rocks, that is to say foliated and non-foliated rocks. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and hit the notification button below so that you get notified once we upload new content. Basically, metamorphic rocks, they are divided into two types. We've got those that are foliated and those that are non-foliated. So those that are foliated, they've got a preferred orientation of the platy minerals like micas, and they are caused during regional metamorphism, wherein we know during regional metamorphism you are causing the rocks to be folded. So during that compressional stress, you are also causing the minerals to, align in a certain direction, in a preferred direction that is perpendicular to the principal stress. Okay, so this kind of foliated rocks would include slate all the way to gneiss. Okay, now the non-foliated rocks are those rocks that they do not have the parallel or what you call planar fabric, and they are formed during the contact metamorphism. So basically, these rocks, they've got granular texture. That is to say, they've got the minerals which are packed tightly at an angle of, and they are showing basically what you call the polygons, and at an angle of what you call 120 degrees. Okay, and then that is what you call textural equilibrium, right? That is well seen in the hornfels and granules. Okay, so basically that is that. So for example, let me put this here. Okay, let me put this here. So basically, if you can check over here, you would see that the quartzite or sandstone, basically quartz rich sandstone, and also limestone. All right, if you expose them, okay, to contact metamorphism, that is to say, the intrusion, then they're gonna be metamorphosed into the limestone will be metamorphosed into a marble, and sandstone will be metamorphosed into a quartzite, for example. And then if you can check, they've got what you call a granular texture. That is to say the minerals, they are tightly packed. They are tightly packed in the form of polygons, and they show between these at the boundaries, they would have these okay. They would have this. All right. We call it a triple junction. A junction is a true definition of what you call the equilibrium textures. Okay, these are the equilibrium textures with an apparent angle of 120. So this is the typical and example of the non-foliated rocks, and these rocks are formed during contact metamorphism, wherein the temperature is playing a major role, and you can also find them in what you call the hornfels and the granopels. Okay, but on the other hand, the foliated rocks are those that they have the minerals with a preferred orientation, usually sheet silicate minerals like micas, and the most important part is the fact that although they've got the preferred orientation, the orientation will always be perpendicular to the principal stress, okay, or to compressional stress. So let's imagine first as having a sedimentary rock. It can be shale, for example. Okay, this shale, it will have the relict sedimentary bedding. So these are what you call the relict, okay, sedimentary beddings. Let me write just S for sedimentary. Okay, so it will have relict sedimentary beddings. These are that. Okay, for example, shale or mudstone. Okay, as a parent rock. So you are now remember shale, for example, it is containing clay minerals. Okay, This containing clay minerals, and also quartz can be here. Okay, so during a compressional or original metamorphism, wherein the directed pressure is coming in like that. Okay, so but let's no, let's make the pressure the compressional stress to come in that direction, and this will be the first one. We'll call it D1. Okay, then now what will happen is this would form a very fine, what's important is very fine grained micas. Okay. So as this compression is happening, you are usually converting the clay minerals into a very fine grained like this. Clay minerals that are being converted to a very fine grained, okay, micas. So these are the very fine grained micas. Okay, and they are they are not only that, but they are closely spaced. Okay, they are closely spaced and they are also parallel. So these fine-grained micas, they are closely spaced and they are also parallel. Okay, but now they are cross-cutting the relic sedimentary beddings. So these very fine-grained micas, which are closely spaced and they are parallel to and they are parallel, then they are cross-cutting the sedimentary bedding, okay, bedding planes. And then now, this would usually make the rock to easily split, which is exactly what is happening in the slate. All right, and they make the rock because now they make the rock to be dull. All right, make the rock to be dull. That is to say, also you cannot see this foliation of micas with your naked eyes. So you cannot see these. Okay, these ones. Then this foliation, this one, because it was formed by the first deformation, we call it S1. Okay, this you cannot see it with your naked eyes because your micas are very fine. Okay, your micas are very fine and they're very small. Okay, this foliation you cannot see it. You need the usage of microscope. All right, making the rock now to be dull, and then now because this because this cleavage the cleavage develops because of the alignment of these very fine this very fine cleave the alignment of these very fine micas, all right, and they give the rock now to be dull and to easily split. That is exactly what is happening in the slate. Now you can see these micas, they are aligned in this way, and then we say these are the foliation, and this kind of foliation S1 is what you call slutty cleavage, slutty cleavage in the slate. Okay. Now with the increased pressure and temperatures, you are going to now remember this was a shale, okay, with the bedding, okay, relative beddings. Then now, in this one, it means the pressure was coming from the top and the bottom, then making this to align. No, no, no. These are this sedimentary beddings. So the pressure was basically coming from this, and then which is why these microscopic micas they are aligned. North to south, and they are perpendicular to the principal stress. Can you now see? They are perpendicular to the principal stress, and you cannot see them with your naked eyes. Now, with the increased pressures and temperatures, you are basically now, you come up with another, let's do this, okay? You are coming in with, remember, this is what you call continuous foliation. So the pressures and temperatures are increasing, that is in what you call prograde metamorphism. So when that happens, you are forcing the, okay, when that happens, you are forcing this S1 to now start to to fold, all right? So you're gonna now force this to fold. So basically, let's say, okay, you are going to force this S1 to do something like that, okay? To do something like that, okay? So we say their foliations are wavy. So the wavy foliations that are characteristic of what you call a phyllite, okay? So the micas, they are becoming a bit pronounced, but still you cannot see them with your naked eyes. You need the usage of the microscope, but at least they are bigger than what's in the slate. So but you still need the usage of microscope. So then we're going to have what you call a phylitic texture, wherein the phyllite is characterized by what you call a sheen characteristic, okay, because of the fine grained structure and the alignment of mineral grains, like the mineral grains such as micas, wherein the original sedimentary rock materials were or had been subjected to intense pressures and temperatures during prograde metamorphism, and then that will cause what you call the recrystallization. All right, they will cause the recrystallization of what was in there, what was in the slate. Okay, and it will have this wavy characteristic. That's how you're gonna see the phyllite and this sheen characteristic. Okay, so this sheen, it suggests so many things. For example, basically, it suggests the high grade of metamorphism. Okay, when we compare it to the slate, but obviously it will be lower than that of the schist. Now, then with the prograde metamorphism, you now we gonna be in what you call compositional layering. We're gonna be in what you call compositional layering, wherein now we start to see in the schist, although it's not pronounced, but we start to see the separation of the white or the fine-grained minerals from the uh, basically light minerals from the dark minerals. Light grain minerals would be talking muscovite and the feldspar and quartz, and then dark minerals will be talking amphiboles and the biotite. All right. So, but remember, we still have quartz. We still have quartz. Okay. So basically, what will happen is quartz. You will see it here, and the light materials. You will see them here. So basically, let me just quickly draw it. So, okay, let's say exactly how. Okay, because it will be a bit foliated. It will be a bit foliated, and then you'll have these light materials over here, and then again that. Okay, so you can have quartz. Okay, you can have quartz, you can have muscovite. Okay, as light minerals, and then here basically here, let's say this is quartz. This is quartz, and then these are your micas because your foliations are defined by the micas. All right, basically that's what you see in the what you call the schist, showing what you call the schistosity, showing what you call the schistosity, which is why we're saying visible micas. Okay, we have got now the micas, you are able to see them with your naked eyes. All right, your micas, you are able to see them with your naked eyes. Now with the compositional layering starts to be more and more pronounced now, wherein you have got the segregation of fine grained, you have visible mafic or dark minerals from the felsic materials. Felsic will be these ones, the light ones here will be the light ones here, and then these would be the dark ones here, amphiboles and the biotites here would be having muscovite, feldspars, and quartz. Okay, and this is exactly a characteristic of what we call the gneiss. That's why gneiss is having what you call the gneissic band. Okay, but sometimes a gneiss, for example, over here, it can have this. It's like an eye shape. Okay, it's eye-shaped. It's a lenticular, elongated porphyroblast. Okay, we call it augen. We call it augen, for example, here. Okay, it's elongated porphyroblast. So basically, this will tell you that okay, that during high or during metamorphism, because of the high grade metamorphism, this would cause the recrystallization of minerals that are within the granite. Okay, so this would cause the feldspar, the minerals like feldspars, to be in the form of lens shaped, okay, or eye shaped, okay, which is exactly what we call the augen. Okay, so this augen will now grow and then into what you call a porphyro. It will grow into what you call the porphyro. It will now go into what you call the porphyroblast. Okay, now that it will be rich in what you call the feldspar. That is what you call the augen. Okay, usually associated with the um gneiss. Okay, so I hope I hope you understand. Yes. So let's do this. Okay. So okay. So we've already talked about the non-foliated rocks that they have got the okay. Yes, they've got the absence of foliations. Basically, they these minerals, they do not have they've got the absence of platy minerals like micas. All right, so these they are dominated by the equant minerals like quartz, feldspar, and garnet. All right, so they are usually formed during contact metamorphism. That is to say, they will not have foliations, but they will have what you call granular texture. So these rocks, they were not affected or subjected to any differential stress. Okay, so we're talking about the quartzite, which is a metamorphic rock from a protolith sandstone, and then the marble would be a rock from the limestone, and this would be the hornfels. Okay, this would be the hornfels basically forming in the contact metamorphism, and also the granophyles. Okay, so why is studying these metamorphic textures very important in metamorphic petrology? I mean, you know, these textures, they are very fundamental in metamorphic petrology. This is because of the fact that the textures, they are very important to give us a better understanding of the history, the conditions, and the processes that a rock has undergone during metamorphism. And these textures, um, 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 because of their size, their shape and arrangement, and the relationship of the minerals within the rock. Okay, so by analyzing these textures, petrologists or metamorphic petrologists would be able to reconstruct the metamorphic history and understand the tectonic settings and deduce the physical and chemical conditions that led to the formation and evolution of metamorphic rocks. Okay, so foliated rocks, like for example, slate, I've already explained that if we've got the relic sedimentary beddings, okay, and then this shale will be having clay minerals and a bit of quartz, okay, and then you subject it to the compressional stress, then that will cause the clay minerals to be, to be converted into the very fine grained micas, which are cross-cutting the relict. Um, okay, that are cross-cutting the relic beddings, and then they're gonna be aligned in this preferred orientation. All right. I hope and you don't agree with me that a protolith of a slate is what we call a shale, wherein a shale is containing those clay minerals. All right. Another thing, it will be schist, and then um okay. I don't know why I jumped phyllite, but I already explained a phyllite. That phyllite has got the wavy foliations. They've got it has wavy foliations. Basically, that is it's how you can differentiate it from all these rocks, and it has sheen characteristics. Okay, after that, and then it has what you call the phylitic text, phylitic cleavage, and then after phyllite, we're gonna have the schist, and then the schist, it will have what you call the schistosity. It will have what you call the schistosity. So we still have we start to have what you call compositional layering, but it's not pronounced as compared to the one in the gneiss. But now the most important thing is the micas. You are able to see them with your naked, as we do not need the usage of the microscope. You start to see the micas. Okay, you start to see the markers that are in a preferred orientation. You start to see the markers that are in preferred orientation. Okay. And now it's having this schistosity as well. Now, after that, we're gonna have now a pronounced segregation wherein you have the dark minerals like the amphiboles and biotides being, separated from the fine or light, not fine but light materials like quartz and feldspars. Exactly what you see here, quartz and feldspars, which are light. Remember, this is also compositional layering, but is not pronounced. It's not pronounced as I've showed you in previously in that mini drawing I did. Yes, so basically this is now a pronounced layering, okay, a compositional layering, okay. So you now see there we also have got types of the gneiss, okay. Gneiss, they've got what you call the gneissic bands. So if you metamorphose a granite, it will give you a gneiss, okay. If you metamorphose a granite, it will give you a gneiss, and then which is why the gneiss, it will be having the feldspars, it will be having quartz as well, okay. And then now, because of the of the feldspars that they are there within the granite, those feldspars, when you expose them to intense pressures and temperatures, they will recrystallize and form what you call a lens shape or eye-shaped augen. Okay, they're gonna form what you call eye-shaped augen. Okay, that is what you call the elongated lenticular porphyroblast that is rich in feldspar, which is typical, which is typical characteristic of what you call the augen gneiss. And we also have got the micaceous gneiss or the biotite gneiss. The biotite gneiss basically means it's dominated by the biotite, or basically it has got a lot and lot of the micas. Okay, so although we can have quartz, but in the dominant would be the dominant will be micas. Okay, so um basically that is that. And then sometimes we can also have what you call the granite gneiss. We can have what you call the granite gneiss, like I mentioned, I've explained. Okay, and we can also have what you call the migmatic gneiss, which is the mixture of the gneiss and partially melted migmatic materials. Okay, and then now, you also have what you call the amphibolite gneiss, okay, dominated by the amphibole materials. Okay, then now I hope that makes sense. Hope that makes sense. Okay, uh, okay. Then okay, I want to show you something here. Okay. So if you can also look, the most interesting part about this schist, I hope you can see it. It's a bit shiny, or some they say it has what you call the glittery appearance. Glittery appearance. Okay, this one it has sheen characteristic. This one it has glittery appearance. That one thing I forgot to mention. Okay, so the okay, okay. Then the granulite. Um, if you the more the metamorphism progresses, okay, at the highest grade of metamorphism, all the hydrous minerals and the sheet silicates become the unstable. They will no longer withstand that those intense pressures and temperatures. So if they are no longer stable in those new conditions of high pressures and temperatures, then we're going to have few minerals that would now show a foliation. Okay, because remember, first pass and the what am I saying? Those minerals that were basically sheet silicate micas, basically micas, and also the feldspar and quartz, they will no longer show the preferred direction. You will no longer have this segregation that you see in the schist and or in the gneiss. Okay. Okay, so the resulting rock would have now granitic texture. Remember the word granular texture, like I mentioned. Now it's like it's taking the form of the non-foliated rocks. The non-foliated rocks, which are formed by the contact metamorphism, but this one is because of the intense pressures and temperatures. Now you are removing or you are overprinting the preferred orientation or the foliations. Okay, and then you are going to now making sure that now the new recrystallized minerals, they are tightly packed. Okay, they are tightly packed and you are able to see them with your naked eyes, exactly like what you see in the granite, for example, as a phaneretic rock. You are able to see the feldspars. You are able to see your 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 quartz with your naked eyes. Okay, so basically that's what you call the granulate. And if you are exceeding the upper limit conditions, you are definitely causing the metamorphic rock to partially melt, okay? Because the rock to partially melt, and that mixture of a metamorphic rock and a sedimental and basically an igneous rock, sorry, it will be what you call a migmatite. So if you can check over here, sorry about that. If you can check over here, we see the we see the signs of we see the signs of melting. We see so many signs of melting. We see so many signs of melting. We see so many signs of melting. So this would tell you that we melted a metamorphic rock. Okay. Okay. And then now we are having a mixture of metamorphic and igneous, and that's what you call a migma tied with what you call a migmatic texture. Okay. So yeah, basically that is that about the metamorphic rocks. Okay, we today we were talking about two types of metamorphic rocks, so those that are foliated and those that are non-foliated. And those that are foliated, they are formed in regional metamorphism, and the minerals they've got preferred orientation, especially sheet silicates. And now those that are non-foliated, they are defined by the granular textures with apparent angle of what you call 120 degrees. So they are showing what you call textural equilibrium, and and those minerals, they are tightly packed. They are tightly packed, and that is the kind of rocks that they're formed during contact metamorphism. Okay, so I hope you understand. If you still have some queries, you are more than welcome to comment in the comment section, and we are gonna help you as soon as we see your message. Please don't forget to keep on liking, keep on sharing our content, and if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please, you are more than welcome to subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you are not going to miss the fascinating content that are still to take place in the MJ School of Mining and Geology. I always like to say, until next time, cheers.